First, let me say that you should match the weathering you do on a given piece of rolling stock to the era from which it belongs and the use to which it was put. For instance, coaches were frequently washed, whereas wagons were rarely or never washed. So that's important to keep that in mind. Okay, this is the one I'm going to do next. And I want to show you how I fade this blue paint. Because these things, when they went through the wash and everything multiple times, very strong solutions, cleaning solutions, the paint faded. Now, we don't want to fade it out to a baby blue or anything, but we want to fade it a little bit so it looks like it's been in the sun and been subject to the washing equipment. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So stand by. The first thing I have to do is get the shell off, get the body off. So I'll come back when I get that off. Okay, now that the body's off, we can mask it because I don't want to process the gray. So I will mask it. Okay, it is now masked. So we can begin work on it. This is a MIG oil brusher in sky blue. It's oil paint. What we do is we put some dabs on here. Doesn't take much. That should be enough. If it's not, we can add a little more. And then I have an old brush that I use. And I just spread this light blue evenly around on the blue paint. Now, it's very slightly faded. If it's not enough, you can always go back over it. But I like it subtle. I don't want it to be too blatant, although I'm going to add just a little more. You have to keep rubbing it till you get it pretty even. I mean, you don't want blotches of fade. And if you get too much on, just take it off. And when you get that perfect amount of fade, then stop. Now you do the other side. And yeah, you go right over the numbers because the numbers come out just fine. And there it is. We've faded the paint. We haven't really faded it. We put a lighter color over the top of it. But the effect is that the paint has faded. For comparison, and you don't want to fade, you don't want to process all your cars exactly the same, because they wouldn't be. When the paint gets down in the groove in the plastic, it's hard to get the liner to flow. For this, we will reassemble the coach. Got a couple smudges here I'm going to clean up. Put a little alcohol in there. I don't really measure anything. I just, in an effort to keep from getting paint on my fingers and alcohol constantly, repeatedly on my skin, I do wear gloves. Okay, let's put a little brown in here. Should be more than enough. Put a little dark green in here. Oh, better shake it up first. some black. This started out as red-brown, but it's not so much red-brown anymore. This is what is this? A black-green. So now we'll add a little black. Not much. It's easy to go overboard with the black. So we'll mix this up. Whoops. See what color that is. Yeah, I think we need some more black. Oh yeah. First thing I'm going to do is paint the wheels. To do that, I push down without paint and start the wheel spinning, and then gently pull back until I can get enough paint on it. So spin without paint, and then gently pull back until you get it painted. See if we can bring you in a little closer. Now I'm just hazing it. I have my air. I haven't pulled the trigger back very far, so it's mostly air. And I've moved my airbrush back quite a distance from it. And that's it. Weathered and faded. I would call it medium to severe weathering. extreme fading, and light fading.